Thank you, Your Holiness, for your warm welcome, and thank you also, my friends, members of the most highly esteemed Council of Rome. It is indeed an honor to address such an exalted gathering of knights, bishops, rooks, and other members of the first rank of the Holy Chessboard. As you say, O Most Holy One, many years have passed since I was here last, and I am an old man now, long retired from the hustle and bustle of public life. But as you can see, I'm still fit and active. I can assure you that rumors of my death some centuries ago are greatly exaggerated. As you can see, I've shaved the beard off, and I'm not doing too badly for someone who was 445 last birthday, do you not think? Yes. Anyway, my lords and ladies, as you know, I've come here this evening to talk to you about my discoveries and inventions. And these are many. Let there be no doubt about it. My entire life has been dedicated to studying the secrets of the world, an endeavor at which I have not been entirely unsuccessful. It was I who invented the modern thermometer, the proportional compass, and the DVD recorder. That is, the direct visual drawing method, as also known as the fountain pen. My discoveries on the behavior and movement of pendulums have remained the definitive work on the subject for over, 422 years. At Padua, I still hold the university attendance record, even after all this time. 2,250 students at a single lecture. Yes, even when they changed the venue to the ballroom, hundreds of people still couldn't get in. But among my dearest and most brilliant discoveries are those involving the motions of falling bodies. This isn't amazing. Small matters, you may think, to the movers and shakers of the world, to men and women of affairs like yourselves. Oh, when I say affairs, I mean world affairs, political, religious, not the other kind that people sometimes have. Although in these two, there is often a certain amount of moving and shaking. No, my discoveries are not little things, for in them I have dared to challenge the teachings of the philosopher Aristotle, who taught that falling bodies do not accelerate, but fall at a constant speed which depends only on their mass. What rubbish! That is so yesterday. My studies overturned this cherished nonsense long ago. The fact is, mass is just about the only thing that doesn't affect the speed of falling bodies. Because, as I have shown, falling bodies do accelerate, all at the same rate, regardless of their mass. Now, this is a very strange thing if you think about it. If I want to accelerate a stone with my hand as I throw it, I have to push harder to get the same acceleration if the stone is heavier. So what is it then in the substance of a falling body that somehow knows how much the rest of it weighs so that it can push harder to achieve the same acceleration as it falls? But even stranger, my friends, is the fact that the professors at our schools and universities in all the centuries since Aristotle never once thought to actually check the laws of motion that he proclaimed. And yet, despite this, oh holy cardinals and bishops, it is the very same nincompoops who have seen fit to criticize my discoveries. Unfit for any scientific endeavor more complicated than working out which wiggle has stolen Dorothy's hat. They don't believe in doing research. These losers don't believe it's worth bothering about to actually see for themselves whether things actually work in the way that they are teaching. After all, there is nothing left to learn, is there? The master has already discovered everything. What a deliverance it is, then, to be here among such discerning people as I say here before me, whose wisdom would surely cause Solomon himself to break out the laptop and start taking notes. Friends, Let me give you an example of the lies these so-called professors. You have heard about me tossing a cannonballs of that damned architectural monstrosity, the Leaning Tower of Pizza, to see how they would fall? Yes? You would want to know what really happened?
Yes.
I'll tell you. I was up the road in Vecchiano visiting an elderly aunt. Yes, all right, a young cousin. The point is, afterwards we all went for dinner to a rickety old restaurant owned by a retired priest, a nice old man and a great cook by the name of Paul. We were just sitting down for the main course, a Hawaiian special with double pineapple, when suddenly I slipped on an olive and dropped my plate over the balcony. A complete accident, those spangles of the firmaments. You see what really happened? I dropped a pizza off the Leaning Tower of Cannonball. And yes, the pizza landed next to a rose bush, which turned out to be the wife of the town mayor in a floral hat, a substantial lady who at the time was eating a gelato, which in her surprise she dropped down her cleavage. Embarrassing and unfortunate, I agree, but surely not a hanging crime. The lie has also been told that I have fostered disrespect for the Holy Office by saying rude things about him and treating the solemn edicts of his seraphic sublimity as if they were some kind of papal bull. I did not call the Pope a mental pygmy. I know what Cardinal What's-His-Name said, but you know what he is like. Deaf as a post. Last time he went down to get a fish with fried chips, he came back 2 hours later with a silly grin on his face, claiming we'd sent him to get a dish with wide hips. How many other innocent geniuses has this man's sonic incompetence sent to the gallows? No, I did not call the Pope a mental pygmy. I called him a mental pick-me-up. You know, whenever I'm feeling down, now follow me closely here, all I have to do is think of his immense IQ, his brilliant grasp of reality, and it picks me up. It makes me happy again. You see? And finally, oh infinite vessels of enlightenment, I come to the business which you and the exalted ecclesiastical court of Rome are here tonight to decide. Once and for all, you shall decide it. The movement, the alleged movement of the earth around the sun. And of course, there is that other business too of whether or not to book for your humble servants an interview with those, sons of fun at the Holy Inquisition. There have been rumors, there have been strong rumors, that from certain angles taken out of context, I may have appeared to teach the view of that son of Satan, Copernicus, that the sun, not the earth, is stationary at the center of things, and that the planets, including the earth, move around it in curved orbits. What rubbish! How could anyone believe such nonsense? Why, do you realize what it would mean? That there are no such things as the heavenly crystal spheres, no holy epicycles eternally rotating above our heads, pushed around the sky by ships of hard-working, invisible angels. It would mean that the planets are not simply points of light in the sky attached to these epicycles, but actually gigantic balls flying through space. Oh, what foolishness! How would they move? What would hold them up? Are they suspended from the vault of heaven on lengths of plaited twine? Yes, amazing as it is, even this strange idea, known as string theory, has its own group of half-witted supporters.